Good morning. My name is Adam Weiser. I'm the Director of Emergency Management for Reno County. I'll provide an update for you this morning, and then I'll leave it open for questions at the end. On Thursday, April 14th, at around 1:20 in the afternoon, emergency services were called to Tinawa, which was later identified as Haven Midstream Plant at 13114 South Kent Road. It's located 1 mile west of Haven, and they were called there for the plant that was on fire. Responding fire crews were met with active flames, heavy smoke, and multiple explosions. Emergency crews established an initial perimeter around the plant, and the initial fire was mostly contained. In surveying the scene, Haven Midstream operators have determined that there was approximately 3,000 gallons of liquefied natural gas that was trapped in a containment vessel. Vessel release valves were believed to be compromised and created a potential for explosion at any time. Last night, this led to evacuations of anything within a mile and a half of that plant. The evacuation started at 9:33 p.m. last night. This included the city of Haven. A reception center was opened by the Salvation Army and Red Cross, and it is estimated that we put over 90 people in hotels last night. Reno County, along with Haven Midstream Plant officials, have determined that the hazard risk has been significantly reduced. We're now comfortable with the residents being allowed back in their homes and the area being open. As of this morning at 3 a.m., all open roads, all blocked roads have been reopened with the exception of Kent Road from Lake Cable to Arlington. The Haven Midstream Plant hazmat experts will be on scene later today at approximately noon, and they will be reevaluating the situation. Prior to their arrival, we're meeting with the Wichita Fire Department as well as our local emergency responders, and we're going to come up with the best course of action moving forward to continue to mitigate this risk. At this time, there's no risk to the public. We ask you to stay out of the area and let our emergency crews work for the next several hours. And we would like to give a special thank you to One Oak, Evergy, Arc Valley Electric, CHS Incorporated, and Gambino's Pizza. Also, there's 2 individuals that were taken to a Wichita hospital with minor injuries yesterday, but I do not have an update on those individuals at this time. With that, I'll open it for any questions you guys might have.
You know about how many people were at the plant at the time of the explosion?
I do not.
Only 2 people have minor injuries. What are your thoughts on, kind of a miracle situation?
We're very fortunate. There's only 2 that had minor injuries, and we didn't have any fatalities.
Any idea what may have caused this?
The cause of it is still under investigation.
How long do you guys expect to be out there?
We're hoping that we can get a good drone feed this morning when Wichita Fire Department arrives, and with that drone feed we'll make sure that our mitigation plan that we established last night, early this morning, is going to be effective and it's going to work properly. And as long as our mitigation is effective, we hope to kick it back to the owning facility at some point today.
They mentioned bringing in a team from Houston and safety experts, all of that jazz. Are they here officially now?
So they have not landed. They'll be landing sometime around 11 to 11:30, and then they'll come and meet with us.
As of yesterday evening, hazmat crews were trying hard to put out a couple smaller fires, hazmat top fires. Are those fires under control now?
So those fires are under control, and we believe those fires right now are actually assisting us in relieving some of the pressure at the plant.
Do you know if there's any risk of any further explosions at the facility?
Right now, the risk of explosions is very, very low. I would not say 0, but it is low, and we're comfortable with Kent Road being closed and K96 being open and the residents back in their homes.
If something like that were to happen again, would you guys go through the same procedures again, closing K96 96 evacuations all over again?
Based off what's already off-gassed and what we believe is still in the plant, we don't think our evacuation zone would have to be near what it was. We think the zones or the road we have closed now would be sufficient even if there was some more issues.
So it would just be contained to the, what you guys have already have blocked off if something like this were to happen again?
Yes, if with the product that's still there, we believe we have a big enough cordon area where even if something does happen, we're in a safe location.
And when it comes to training, you know, it's not every day that an explosion happens, right? So when it comes to training for the crews, how do you prepare for something like this?
So every instance a little bit different, and what we do is we really rely on the professional organizations that's provided at One Oak and CHS Foods and the Haven Mainstream partners. We rely on their personnel to tell us the best course of action. And then in addition to that, last night we were reaching all over the state and all over the country trying to find professionals in that field that had dealt with these situations before.
So is the gas that's out there, was gas that had been contained because they were processing it, or is there gas still coming into the plant?
I know they shut off the valves, that all the gas coming into the plant was shut off, but I'm not familiar enough with their plant to talk about that.
You know what kind of gases they are?
It's liquid natural gas.
Do you know how the crews are doing, just the morale and everything, because they just, they had a lot of fires and stuff, and then just the fire dangers and the wind, and now an explosion, so how are they doing?
Our crews are doing well. Obviously, anything like this, anything that happens in their community is always going to be taxing on them. Our crews are tired. A lot of our fire departments, Hutchinson Fire is a full-time paid department in the county. South Hutchinson is part-time paid. The rest of the county, we rely on volunteer labor. They're taking times away from their families, taking times away from their full-time jobs to donate to the community, essentially. So it's taxing on them as well. It's taxing on their families. It's taxing on their employers. So we appreciate everything our emergency responders have done for us and the support their families provide.
You know, yesterday it was a little bit of a windy day. Kind of talk about how fortunate it was that no flames were able to spread into the surrounding fields and everything like that.
So with the winds, and we're actually in very high fire danger yesterday. The facility is actually surrounded by some agricultural land, but there are some cedar trees and some like a hedgerow on that property. So when this was spotting over and did catch some trees on fire, but those will be mitigated today. We'll have crews out there actually dropping trees and getting rid of that risk.
So who was the primary fire team on this thing?
So the primary district that responded to this was Reno County Fire District number 9.
Number 9?
Number 9 in
Is that
Haven and St. Joe.
What all crews did you guys have out there?
We had every crew in the county here, and then Hutchinson Fire, South Hutchinson Fire. We also had all our surrounding counties coming in for mutual aid. Wichita, I can provide you a list of them.
Any idea when the plant might return to normal work?
So the plant, there's 2 structures that have extensive damage, and then the plant as a whole has an extensive damage to the whole thing. I can't tell you when, if they will return. That would be a question you would have to ask their facility manager.
Do you have concerns about the plant being located this close to a population like this?
No, I don't. I don't.
So when will you have more information, or what would be the next?
I hope to have more information for you guys at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
All
We'll put something out on social media whenever we're going to do our next briefing, assuming you guys want one in person.